well, time for me to give you guys a bit of an update. I have not really put much on Instagram. I don't know if this will go on there, but it will go on our private Facebook group and maybe to YouTube as well, because not everyone is on Facebook. But okay, it's May 8th, it's Friday. We heard the province release its plan. There's been no indication of the word gym in that plan, but clearly, okay, there's, from from a personal perspective, as far as like just living life, there's optimism. Right, I kind of felt. Hopefully, you felt this that the lockdown was temporary. That they are gonna unravel plans and give us more freedoms back. So that's a good thing, and let's hope all the sacrifices we've made and will continue to make are only going to make it worthwhile, so we don't have to go backwards in time and repeat any of this again. But there's no real path for the gym returning to normal yet. And I was talking with Jesse, who most of you guys know, owned Cross the Squamish. We kind of laughed really hard as we were kind of brainstorming, really, or not even really brainstorming, but just going over the possibilities of what gym life might look like with restrictions of either distancing and sanitary things and volume of people. But what he said was, think about all the things that, consider all the things you've already considered. So all the plans you may have thought of, and you may be able to use one of those plans, or it might be something you haven't even thought of yet. So in short, as we kind of consider that the gym is within our, in the forefront of opening, I have no idea, and I'm dead serious, I have no idea what it's going to look like. I have considered many things, okay, but I'm not going to try to get ahead of this one, actually. I feel like this time around, I need to fully evaluate the impacts of any decision we make as far as operations go. But I'm making this message, or I want to send you a message for a couple of reasons. Is one, I think everyone has to be open to the idea that how the gym was working before the pandemic is probably not gonna how we reopen the gym. So expect change. That is pretty much going to be. That's one thing I could be certain of. I can't imagine 12 to 14 people coming in at 5:30 in the morning and all working out together and sharing equipment. I just don't see that happening. Number two, let's forget about what the change looks like. For some, okay, and for some, no matter what we do, you might not feel comfortable with with being in the gym in close proximity with people sweating, and that's okay. So, and personally, I don't know how comfortable I am. I don't know that I'm not comfortable, but I also don't know that I am comfortable, right? Because the one thing I've stayed true to is that all I know is that I don't know, right? I don't know how it actually spreads. I've heard various amounts of information that could be true, somewhat true, mostly true, or believed to be true, and later on disproven to be true. So whether you can get it via breathing, right? Whether it is you are asymptomatic and can carry it on to somebody else without having the symptoms, whether you need a fever or an elevated temperature to pass it on. Like, I don't know any of these things to be 100% true. So I'm taking everything with a grain of salt. And I'm just trying to make decisions that I feel is right for me. But more importantly, you need to make decisions that you feel is right for you. So expect things to be different. You have to decide on your own, right, whether you're going to feel comfortable in returning. And then I hopefully, right, will take all the information that is provided me by our municipal and provincial and federal governments to create a safe training environment. And if I could do that, right, I'm going to provide that. And then the fourth part of this whole wheel is, how does this become a business model that is, I don't want to use the word profitable, okay, because I realize most businesses, just like myself, we're in a period of time where that might not be a possibility, right? We might not be able to return to a place where the business model makes a lot of sense. Like maybe at this point in time, if I went to a bank and needed a loan, I'm like, hey, I got this gym, this is the model. You're like, oh, you're gonna lose money every month, but they're not gonna give me money. Anyways, so then we have to reevaluate how, right, and what attendance price structure is, and of course, right, given the fact that we understand, or at least I understand, financially, the climate is 100% differently. So I just don't know. And I want you to know that. I don't know. I also want you to know, okay, that, I, I don't want to lose what we have. And I'm not saying what I have. I want to say what we have, right? I loved the dynamic of the classes. I loved the interaction I have with everyone, okay? And I guess I'm somewhat afraid, right? Where most people are afraid of change, whether they believe it or not. I am afraid that I'm not going to get back how that system worked. Now, I will to a certain degree, just like I think hopefully you realize that as well, is that what you had, not only as far as the service of fitness, right? That might not be as vast as you were used to having. Maybe an unlimited come and go whenever you want kind of a pass might not be possible if we have over 100 people trying to come to the gym in a day, whereby only 6 key people could attend at a time. Just throwing that out there. But I just want everyone to appreciate, just like going to the grocery store is different now, just like if you notice that there's your favorite bike store is open and that you're going to support them, that all of a sudden only 2 people could come at a time. If the gym does reopen and you are having to look after your children, I'm not sure, I don't know, but I'm not sure that the children could come to the gym with you, because that might throw off our spatial, I don't know what you want to call it, boundaries, so to speak. This video is getting on a bit of the long side, so I think I'm going to wrap it up. But if I give you the Coles Notes version, what everyone needs to understand is I want more than anything to be able to reopen the gym at some capacity. I will not do it anything and make any haste decisions. So if we're allowed, someone says, hey, Monday you can open the gym, I would say that 48 hours isn't enough time for me to go over all the possibilities that are the best for everyone. And like with any change, right, some people might feel that the change actually benefits them in some way, and in other ways people might be disappointed in the change, or it may hurt or the value that they feel they were receiving. But I do want you to know I am excited. I'm actually more scared now than I was before. This is a lot more stressful than just closing the gym. That's pretty easy. I just don't go to work, take the government's money. But this is a little bit different. This is the heart rate's racing. So thanks for everyone's continued support. We got to this point. You should all be proud. And hopefully we could slowly integrate some form of gymming. So I will post anything as if I know anything. I'm gonna hold back on sending out like, I want your feedback, what you would like to have happen, because until I know the rules, it doesn't do us any favors to create systems that may or may not work at all under the new guidelines, whatever they may be. But be optimistic, be realistic, make sure that make sure you do your best to listen to what all the guidelines are outside of the gym, or meaning whatever they say. Do your best, everyone, to stay healthy, right? That's going to be a big thing. Is the one thing that the government really did try to hammer in on, and this is a tough thing that I think would be to police. But is, if you're sick, you have to stay home. And I know the gym is a great place to sweat it out, but that's not going to be acceptable going forward, for the gym coaches as well. We can't go to the gym if we're not feeling our best, and we've all had that. We all experienced that. So I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna sign off with a smile. I'm actually gonna sign off and do Lewis's workout just in case, just to make sure it's not gonna kill you guys for tomorrow. And then we will see. Hopefully, see as many of you guys tomorrow as possible. Hopefully you're enjoying in the great weather, and stay safe. Sayonara.